And the surveillance that our members experience is basically every moment from when they arrive at work and swipe their swipe card to get into the building, log on their computer, to when they leave at the day. Every step that they take at work is largely monitored. We see specifically log on and log off times monitored. We see things like the time spent on calls or time spent on tasks, recording of all internal and external interactions, keystrokes, logging of how they interact on programs like Teams. And of course, our advice to our members is that you should expect that at work there will be a level of surveillance, of course. The concern that we have with this level of surveillance is that people aren't being told, our members aren't being told what kind of surveillance is taking place and what that information is being used for. Now, the way that intersects with AI is that these technologies now are able to pass enormous amounts of this data in very, very efficient ways and draw conclusions. And that's where our concern comes in. Previously, if this surveillance had taken place and it required a human being to look at the data and make an informed decision about whether there was any issue to address, that to some degree is acceptable to us. However, when this data is analysed and a decision is made that a worker, for example, is not being sufficiently productive, and those allegations are put to the worker without any human oversight, that's the concern that we have. And where we're starting to see this come in, as a quick example, is that in one of the large employers in our sector, all of their interactions with their customers are now being monitored, and AI is being used to assess the sentiment of those interactions. So even, for example, where one of our members might say to a customer something like, it's raining outside, unfortunately the weather isn't great, the technology picks up the word unfortunately and says that that was a negative customer interaction that the worker then has to account for. So while it's called artificial intelligence, there are some significant issues with the level of intelligence that it's making on things like these customer interactions. So there really does need to be that level of human oversight when it comes to this surveillance so that conclusions aren't being drawn on incomplete information.